The masterpiece of the heart. In the heart of a bustling, cobblestone town, there lived a young man named Oliver. At only 23, Oliver was already celebrated as the most talented shoemaker in the region. He didn't just make shoes, he crafted wearable art. From royal leather boots to delicate silk slippers, his hands could transform any material into a masterpiece. Yet, despite his fame and success, Oliver's mind was occupied by a single, recurring dream. A few weeks prior, a young woman named Elena had moved to the town. Oliver had seen her pass by his shop window a handful of times. She walked with a quiet grace, her eyes full of curiosity about her new surroundings. The moment Oliver first saw her, his heart skipped a beat. He was completely captivated. He didn't know her story, but he knew one thing: he wanted to win her heart. Oliver devised a patient, romantic plan. He decided he wouldn't simply approach her on the street. Instead, he wished with all his might for her to step into his shop to order a pair of shoes. As the master shoemaker, he knew he could read a person's soul through their choice of footwear. If she came in, he would craft something so profoundly perfect for her that it would serve as the ultimate icebreaker. Days turned into weeks. Oliver kept his storefront immaculate, displaying his finest, most enchanting creations in the window. He waited, hoped, and practiced his speech. Then, on a rainy Tuesday afternoon, the brass bell above the door chimed. Oliver looked up from his workbench. There she stood, shaking a few raindrops from her umbrella. Elena had finally walked in. "Welcome," Oliver said, his voice steady despite the sudden racing of his pulse. "How can I help you today?" Elena smiled warmly. "Hello. I've heard everyone in town say that if you want shoes that feel like a second skin, you must come here. I'm new to the area, and I need a pair of sturdy yet elegant shoes for exploring the countryside." Oliver smiled, feeling a surge of creative energy. "You've come to the right place. Please take a seat." He knelt before her to measure her feet, treating the task with the utmost respect and professionalism. As he worked, he struck up a gentle conversation, asking her about her favorite colors, her impressions of the town, and what she missed about her old home. Elena revealed she loved the deep midnight blue of the evening sky and missed the wild lavender fields of her hometown. "Leave it to me," Oliver said confidently. "Come back in 3 days, and I promise you a pair of shoes unlike any other." For the next 72 hours, Oliver barely slept. He selected the finest, softest midnight blue leather. On the sides, using incredibly fine silver thread, he hand-embroidered tiny, subtle patterns of lavender blossoms. He engineered the soles to be perfectly cushioned for long walks. It was his magnum opus. When Elena returned, Oliver presented the box. As she lifted the lid, her eyes widened in astonishment. She gasped, running her fingers over the silver embroidery. "How did you? This is beautiful. It's like you read my mind," she whispered. "Try them on," Oliver encouraged. She slipped them on, and they fit flawlessly. She took a few steps, her face lighting up with pure joy. "They are perfect. Truly perfect." This was Oliver's moment. He took a deep breath. "I'm so glad you like them. Actually, to celebrate the completion of my favorite project yet, I would be honored to invite you to a special surprise gathering this evening. A small welcome to our town, if you will." Intrigued and deeply touched by his dedication, Elena accepted. That evening, Oliver led her to a beautiful, secluded hill overlooking the town, where he had arranged a small setup with the help of a local baker friend, a lantern-lit table with warm tea and pastries, surrounded by the natural evening breeze. They talked for hours, laughing and sharing stories. The chemistry was undeniable. Over the next few months, one date naturally led to another. They walked through the town squares, visited local markets, and grew deeply connected. Oliver showed her the beauty of his craft, and Elena shared her dreams and passions. She fell in love not just with his talent, but with his kindness, patience, and genuine soul. Exactly 1 year after the day she first walked into his shop, Oliver took Elena back to the same hill overlooking the town. She was wearing the very same midnight blue shoes, now broken in but still beautiful. Oliver knelt before her, but this time, he didn't hold a measuring tape. He held open a small velvet box revealing a beautiful ring. Elena, from the first moment I saw you walk past my window, I knew my life's greatest journey would be beside you. Will you do me the honor of marrying me? Tears of happiness welled up in Elena's eyes. She smiled brightly, looked down at her shoes, and then into his eyes. Yes, Oliver. 1,000 times, yes. Oliver gently slipped the ring onto her finger, as the last rays of sunlight disappeared beyond the hills. The town below shimmered with warm lights, while a gentle breeze carried the scent of lavender through the evening air. In that quiet moment, Oliver realized something he had never understood before. Throughout his life, he believed his greatest masterpiece would be made of leather, silk, and silver thread. But standing beside Elena, he finally discovered the truth. His greatest masterpiece was not the shoes he had crafted, it was the life they would build together, one beautiful step at a time. If you enjoy romantic stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Thank you for watching.